everyone, welcome back to the old motorcycling grandpa channel. Hope everything's recording alright. I haven't ridden either this Royal Enfield Classic 500 or my Triumph Street Twin since end of October last year. Today is 25th of February. It's Wednesday, 25th February 2026, and this is my first ride of the year. In fact, all that time. And oh wow, it's amazing! I can't believe it. I didn't make any more videos because I didn't really have the incentive to. I don't want to do videos when I'm sitting there, you know, just chatting and whatnot, because there's nothing interesting in that. I mean, some people would say probably this isn't interesting, but anyway, I'm loving it. But yeah, so I got, just to explain, right, I don't have a garage, so I keep my motorbikes in the backyard, and I double cover them. So I have like a medium-sized cover first on the bike, and then the larger one over the top, so they've got like double cover, and that really works well. It certainly worked well for me for years, decades or more. But the thing is that, you know, you still get in the middle of winter, you still get the condensation forming. You know, when it gets really, really cold and you know, the bike's cold, it's just, you know, it still forms. And so so I haven't uncovered the Triumph yet, but that's I mean, that's so different to this bike. It's a better quality in terms of, you know, like the finish and everything on it, so it does pretty well. So this is my first winter. It's my first winter with this bike. I got it last April. Got it out yesterday because I got the MOT on. Oh, thanks. Got the MOT on Saturday, so this is not only my first ride of the year, but it's a shakedown ride, as it were. And yeah, I had a few surprises yesterday when I uncovered it. I'll explain the motor once I get going. So I think I had actually uncovered it maybe before Christmas, and I'd put some I'd started it, get some heat into it. I've got it on a battery tender, so it would start first time, you know, no problem. The first thing I noticed was, when I'd uncovered it before, was the aluminium casing has got fine you know, corrosion on it, you know, that sort of dusty aluminium. I didn't use any protection, you know, like although I've got a can, that ACF 50. I will for next winter. I'll do a lot more. It's just really a learning curve. So the first thing I was presented with was that, you know, there's also muck on the bike, and it was a bit, you know, like the seats and everything was a bit sort of just mucky, almost like looking like almost getting green, you know, like moss. because I think the damp, but not quite that bad, but you know what I mean. It's just like, yeah. And I thought, oh, there was like muck around, like the under the tank, you know, like with a seam around the bottom of the bike. I thought, where's all this come from, you know, and on the mudguard. And then I remembered, well, before the winter, or over the winter, when I had Winnie, when I was looking after Winnie the dog, I got the blower out and I was blowing the leaves and just detritus off the lawn, and it had obviously blown up under the cover, and I completely forgot about that. So that's where all the muck came from. And so there's that. So I wiped that down with a damp cloth, and I got rid of most of that. And then I came to start it for the first time, and I thought, well, I'll start it on the starter motor, on the button, rather than kickstart. And yeah, of course, it started the first time, no coughing or anything, it did really well. But it was making a noise which I couldn't identify. What did it do? There was a noise. I suddenly became aware of a noise. I thought, what is that noise? And hang on, just wasn't aware of the roadworks here. I hope I haven't gone through a red light or anything. So yeah, so there's this noise. I thought, not a grunge, or just some sort of high-pitched noise. And then I realised, well, when I looked, the starter motor switch was stuck in. So I thought, oh, bit disappointing. I'm going to say, it's quite cool. I mean, it's a lovely day. It's the best day I think so far this year. I got so hot when I was getting ready. I was having trouble with the camera and getting the microphone synced. But anyway, yeah, so the button was stuck in. I thought, oh, here we go. And so I wanted to be careful, you know, what I actually spray in there. So I got switch cleaner for electrical contact, switch cleaner for you know, for my electrical gear. We got music stuff. Excuse me. So I sprayed some of that in, and that helped a bit. And then I sprayed some WD-40, not too much, but just, you know, and it slowly freed up. And so what the noise was, the starter motor wasn't so much engaged, as in it was, well, I guess it was, but it was, you know, it's that sound when the starter motor engages, you get that sound when you turn the bike off. You know, you can hear sort of like a sound of like bearings. That's the only way I can describe it. So anyway, no harm done. So that's freed up now. What was next? So of course, you know, it's an MOT. I'm checking for like all the things they would check, like the brakes, brake light. So yeah, rear brake light comes on, okay. Front brake, it wouldn't come on. The rear light wouldn't come on. I mean, you know, the brake was working, but the rear light wasn't coming on like it should. And I thought, oh no, what's this? And yeah, so I looked at it carefully, you know, and when you squeeze the handle, you know, the brake handle, just like on a bicycle, it opens up a gap, and this button pushes, sort of springs out, and that's the actuator for the light. Better keep my eyes open. Yeah, and so I couldn't actually spray anything on that. I did try, but it was just a case of it was just a bit gummed up. So I got it working eventually. I sort of pulled on it. It's got the switch is obviously under a little rubber cap, sorry. So I got that working. I think everything else was okay. Pretty much. I oiled the chain this morning. Thought I heard a buzz then. Oh yeah, the other thing, yeah. I thought I heard a horn, and that just that just jogged my memory. I tried to sound the horn yesterday. Excuse me. And all I heard was this little so what? And I pressed again, and I thought, oh no, well, God, you know, the MOT's on Wednesday. Sorry, this Wednesday today, on Saturday, and I thought, oh, am I going to have to get a new horn? But no, what had happened was it's got two contacts, and when I looked at it, I pressed the button. You could see one of the contacts. Excuse me, jump up. It jumped up. All I do is apologise. Oh, there's a house or building there that's gone. So yeah. So I sorted that. What's this chap going to do? Is he going to cross? That's all right. So yes, that starter motor switch sorted. Brake light, front brake light, front brake handle light thing sorted. The horn. Did the tyres. They weren't too flat actually. I mean, they'd lost about £5. No, about 3 or 4, which is what you expect, because I hadn't actually ridden for 3 months. In fact, what's that? November, December, January, we're at the end of February, so God, it's getting on for 4 months. So yeah, so I must say, I mean, pleasantly surprised. I was anxious. I have to get my visor up, it's very warm. I was anxious because I haven't ridden for 4 months. You know, just the I'm 65, I'm going to be 66 this year, so my energy levels can get a bit low, and so I get a bit anxious. But do you know, I've been so busy blabbering on since I pulled away that it's just like it's like what they say about, you know, you never forget how to ride a bike, sort of thing, or you know. And well, it's true. This straight back into it. In fact, one of the things I need to do though is keep an eye on the road, because I see water there. Yeah, yeah, I mean, basically I haven't ridden because it's been the worst winter, I was going to say living memory. I can't remember a winter this bad. Whoa. This dull and damp and dank. It was just horrible. I can't remember when it really began. I think it must have been November. But yeah, certainly December and January. I mean, I was hoping to get out for a ride on one of the bikes around Christmas, you know. Oh, it just didn't happen. There was a couple of days recently, I think possibly in January, where I was sort of kicking myself. I was saying to my wife, oh, I could get out, but you know, I wasn't feeling up to it, and it's a case of, like, you know, get all the covers off and everything, prep the bike, get out there, and it starts bloody raining or something like that. So but so it just didn't happen. But yeah, because of the MOT, I actually booked the MOT for Wednesday because I booked it a couple of days ago, purely based upon the fact that the weather looks like it's going to be fairly dry during the day here in the East Midlands. Well, Nottingham, Derby, you know, on that day. And I thought, well, and it's Saturday, so I'll be able to ride to the bike shop, leave it there, my wife pick me up, take me back, you know, get all sorted. I thought, yeah, I'll take that window of opportunity because, well, the MOT is due the 16th of March, I think. So yeah, so I'm in that month window. So I went to, am I going to make the lights? Yep. So yeah, I want to get it done because I remember when my first son was born on 6th of March 96, and it was either just after he was born or just before. I think it was just after. We had like a really bad snowfall for about 2 weeks after or thereabouts, and that's always stuck in my mind. When I bought the bike, I bought it in the April, I think, end of April, I can't remember exactly now, last year, and I assumed that it had been MOT'd, you know, around about the time that I bought it, but no, it had been it'd been MOT'd on for the 16th, you know, its original date, original manufacturing date and all that. Oops, something's happened here. So yeah, I mean, I hate MOTs anyway. Like with the car, I had to get the new to me car, Volkswagen. I had to get that MOT'd. It was about a week ago, 2 weeks ago, about 2 weeks ago. So got that done as soon as I could. Yeah. MOTs are a pain, but I mean they are there for a reason, so, you know, to be fair, don't want to be driving or riding a death trap, do you? So yeah, here we are. This is great. I wonder if I'm getting sprayed with oil on the back of my leg. I used what happened was the chain wasn't dry as such, but it's got that stick. I did use the old motorbike spray stuff. I'll tell you, for this bike I'm not using it. I'm not using that anymore. It's just so mucky, you know. It attracts the dirt. So what I've done is, what I used was the gear oil. I can't remember how you describe it. It's the 80 watt, whatever, you know. If you're a bit of a petrol head, you like the smell of petrol. I must admit, I like the smell of this oil. It's just one of those things. It's hard to. It's just weird. But yeah, it's a bit smelly and what have you, to work with. Obviously it's oil, you know. I used a toothbrush and I just literally you know, dipped it into the bottle of oil and sort of wiped it on, and I tell you what, it comes off really good because it's like you've cleaned it. At some point I will clean, you know, the chain. Also I'm going to buy a spare ready to put on because I know you're supposed to change the sprockets for a chain, but it's a bit of a pain. I've said before in early videos, if anybody's watched it, that you have to take an actual cover off, you know, and drop the oil when you do that. So that's a sort of, for me, that's a bit of a design flaw, but it is what it is. Hey, if it's coming out on the camera, it's a beautiful day. Hey, what did I say? It's 25th of February. So the weather's a weird thing because, you know, it is winter. Spring's on just round the corner, but you know, it's I can say there's always a possibility that a couple of weeks' time we could have snow on the ground. You know, could have, you know, a real cold snap. But yeah, it does make you think. You know, global warming. They've been predicting for a while that we're going to have wetter winters, milder, wetter winters, and well, we certainly had wet. It's been awful. So yeah. So the thing about this bike is, like, the guy that had it before, he must have kept it in a garage. I don't have a garage. You know, I'm never going to be able to keep it as. I mean, it was fantastic. I could restore it. I mean, I will, as soon as the weather's good, I'll polish the cases back up. But the guy here, he really had, you know, looked after it. He'd done a few miles on it as well. Or I think, yeah, it was only one owner. So yeah, he really looked after it. Apparently, the Bob Minions, who the where I bought it from, they told me that this guy's wife told he wanted another bike or something, so you can't have another one to get rid of this one. It was something like that. So yeah. Yeah, I keep saying to my wife, driving around, well, I drive my wife around the bend anyway, but, you know, I've been driving around the bend because I keep saying, oh, if only at the garage, you know, but it wasn't a priority, because when we moved up to Nottingham here in 1993, you know, I had a bike in the early 80s, and well, I had no intention of getting another one. It just wasn't, you know, hadn't passed my test or anything. It just wasn't there, you know. How we're gonna, you know, have a family and everything. That's what we planned, and so as long as we had a street to park the car on, then that's fine. So subsequently, though, you know, now I've got the motorbike, I think, oh, you know, of course, like a lot of YouTubers, it would become the man cave or the woman cave, you know, but the motorbike cave if I did, but yeah. So that's great being out. Oh, Dunelm. That just reminded me. I need to get new bath towels. Yeah, so crazy this winter. Awful weather. I had this recurring sinus trouble. Fortunately, I got an online pharmacy to get prescribed some antibiotics, so that saved Christmas, although I just felt terrible over Christmas. And yeah, yeah, and like the things that have been going on in the world as well, you know. Oh God, Donald Trump. And of course now of Andrew, Mountbatten Windsor, whatever. Peter Mandelson. I mean, sorry, but everybody knew they were wrong uns for years. But yeah, the whole Epstein thing, and so you know all that going on. I think there's some terrible shootings and things. I lose track. You just you just feel like you want to not cut your wrist, but you know it's just horrible. It's just crazy. So it's great to get out on the motorbike. So if you're watching and you know you've got a motorbike, get out on it as soon as you can. This is just great. Because I am finding, well, it can happen at any age, but the lack of exercise is really bad. Spent too much time sitting around, you know, and you get to the point where, oh yeah, I don't want to get up. I'll just watch YouTube, I'll do this, that and the other, I'll play games on my phone, you know. Ooh, look at that. A lot of water that's got in that building works there. It's the Aldi distribution centre over there. Yeah, surprised that the roadworks come across in this ride so far, because just haven't been out, but it's that time of year. Good God, splitting the road there. Yeah, the conditions of the roads are just appalling, with potholes and everything. I'm forgetting myself a bit here because yeah, it's a working day. I'm pootling along. The car sitting behind me, so mind you, he's 40 though, to be fair, so that's alright. I'll tell you what saved. What saved Christmas in terms of. That's coming out wrong. I don't mean to say. At Christmas there was the Llangollen or whatever, the canal breach, which is just terrible for the all involved. But the YouTube coverage was, was really fascinating, and it's a real sort of real life cliffhanger. You know, in every sense of the word, really, because there's boats. When the water, when the canal side gave way, and of course it left, it dragged 3 boats down into the hole, and it's fascinating to see how the ingenuity, but the effort to actually recover them. And it's sad that one of them had to be written off Sefton, so some historical significance of that boat, but aside from that, it's somebody's home, you know. So that was sad, but really entertaining, interesting. It was very interesting, fascinating to watch. And then there's I can't remember the names of the channels, but and then there's Timothy's Travels. I think it's Davey, his name. I'm not sure of his name. He's brilliant. Him and his wing commander, his wife, sending his drone up and watching. Is it Tunstall Tunstall, this bunker from a Cold War bunker, observation, Royal Observation Corps bunker, and oh, I'm going to stay at this. I might not go too far down here. So it's obviously suffered with the weather. God, that's a big. Ooh. I wonder what the noise was then. It was the sound of my engine under the bridge. Yeah, so that was fascinating. I was tuning in every day, like thousands of people, some across the world, to, waiting to watch this bunker slip into the sea, or down the cliff anyway. Oh yeah, it is into the sea. Oh my goodness, stay this. Yeah, I didn't really want to get the bike really mucky like that. I'll probably turn around in a bit. Oops, wrong gear. So yeah, the drama of the canal boats and the literal cliffhanger of the it's Timothy Travels, but his name's Davey. Something Davey. I've just he does the music to the videos. He does this sort of look at that, relaxing music. That he plays over the the drone footage he's flying around. So yeah, so he's released the first of many, I think, probably albums, and so I've ordered one, so that'd be good, supporting him. I'm going to turn around. Yeah, probably working. So, yeah, I just sort of getting carried away. Oh, just clouting my right ankle on the foot pegs. The foot pegs don't, the front foot pegs don't fold, so it's there is the danger of clipping your shin. Anyway, there's a shakedown of the bike, which just like, slipping. That's my fault. The bike's just the same as it ever was, really. When I rode it last year, since I got it, so that's good. I spent a lot of time debating with myself, about the tyre pressures when I first got it. I thought, 20 at the front, 30 at the back, that can't be right. But it is. And it's perfect. So apart from the engine casings needing cleaning, polishing, I need to properly clean the chain and the spokes, wheels and rims as well. Yeah, there's sort of like those tiny little specks of orange rust, there's really tiny specks on like the exhaust pipe and stuff. So I must attend to that. But main thing I'm concerned about is just getting it through the MOT, then that's it. And then hopefully going to have a nice summer like last year of riding. In fact, once I got the MOT done on this, I must get the Triumph out, check that over. The thing about the Triumph is, I mean, you know, I got it a black one deliberately, so as little chrome as possible. The exhausts are brushed stainless steel, I think. So yeah, so I can't recall any chrome on it at all, but there must be somewhere. I did wonder if you can get solid wheels for this. I know that there's that guy, Two-Wheeled Willie. He had a Classic 500 with what clearly, I would say clearly, but I don't know for sure, no, aftermarket solid wheels. I didn't really like the look of them, but yeah, something sympathetic to the shape of the you know, the bike, in keeping with it, would could be quite nice. More practical if you get a flat. I've had the old problem putting it into gear again. It's entirely my fault. You have to make very slow, deliberate, sweeping movements with your foot with a gear shift. It's as sweet as a nut, but the last bike that I rode was the Triumph, you know, last year, so I was used to flicking the gears. It's a very, you know, very nice gearbox on my Triumph. So, well, this one's all right once you know how to change it, but yeah, so I'm pleased with this ride. I don't think there's no indicator. I don't know how much petrol I've got in here. I think I've got quite a bit. I'm sure I filled it up the last time I took it out, so it doesn't really matter. I'm only taking it across town to Long Eaton Motorcycles, get my MOT. And you know, I think I'll look at the service history and everything. I'm not, excuse me, I'm not mad keen to change the oil or anything at the moment, because it's a bit of a faff. It's a bit of a faff, so I have to watch the cameras here. Actually, I could have gone Long Eaton Brewster, but never mind. I'm finding this a real doddle, really easy to ride after not riding for, like I say, nearly 4 months, because it's such an easy bike to ride. Keep your eyes open. I must admit, I've paid more attention to get the gabbing prattling on than to watch where I'm going, so I must really be careful. Did you notice that German Shepherd that was going mad when I rode past it right at the beginning of the video? Even on my Triumph, sometimes you get dogs react. It's just nothing. I don't know what you can do, really. You can't really sort of stop like if it was a horse. But yeah, which way to go? I might as well ride into town just for the hell of it. hopefully it's all recording. I got all my gear on, all camera and microphone all set up, and I mean I haven't done that for the whole time I haven't been riding, so I couldn't get the microphone to sync with the camera, but what I want to do is I've got to I want to set it up so that I can record on a second camera just the ride. Maybe I can mount it to the bike or even my chest, and then get the ambient sounds, you know. Oh yeah, there's down the canal here. If you look down the canal, there's houses. I don't know if you can see it from here. There's an old bridge. I'm pointing at it. Yeah, there it is, green. There's briefly. That's going to be replaced by a new bridge. There's some chap. Well, there's a few chaps, you know, that I say chaps. It's usually chaps that do videos on local places, like, you know, not just Long Eaton, but you know, they go all over the place. Yeah, he went there, did a video in January, I think it was, about the being replaced. Yeah, in fact, I'm going to turn left here and go down. And yep, there you go. So they closed it off here. So there's the bridge ahead. Just pull over this car. Let's car go. Oh, it's gone. Yeah, there's the bridge there. Closed now. So yeah, they're going to build a new one just a few metres away. So yeah, I've been over that loads of times on my bicycle. Must keep my eyes open for potholes. Last thing I want to do is put my bike in a pothole. It's bad enough for a car, but yeah, I think the new bridge looks good. It'll be good. Alright. Let's see canal down there. And also the canal, there's a couple of roads away from us where we live. There's a new bridge being built over that, pedestrian bridge, so that's good. So it's Long Eaton High Street, if you like. Somebody training. I remember doing that. I'm not going to filter here. Whew. God, it really is warm now. Oh, I've got traffic all the way. Alright, I have to be careful in case anybody wants to turn right or wants to knock me off. Not so far. Really got to keep your eyes open, especially somebody at the last minute thinks, oh fuck this. Oh, excuse my French. It's happened to me before. I got hit by a van one day. Must be roadworks. There's somebody out there changing their mind. Oh yeah, roadworks. Oh, there we go. I get through, yeah. Where are you going? Fuck me. Yeah, not quite as confident as filtering on this bike as it's not wider than the Triumph. It's just that the weight's sort of different, you know. I wouldn't want this as a commuter bike when you're going through traffic. I mean, the Triumph's good for that, although it gets very hot. But yeah, like I thought before, really just a 125 if you were driving around town. There's so many good ones nowadays that probably outperform this lump. This is just such good fun though. Let the van go. Go on, look at me, look at me, look at me. Go on, go on. Oh yeah, bin men. Right, so as ever, there's a lot of inane prattling on. I'll be doing more videos hopefully, and I have to start looking for places to go, because I do definitely have a radius, how far I want to go in a ride, because it's just fitting in with life really, you know. I'm not really like, right, I'm going to go off for 6 hours somewhere. I have to go a bit for a bit. Yeah, I was thinking, like I was saying earlier, that I'll set up the second camera and microphone, so I've got a choice of stuff, because I'd like to be able to put music on, my own music, a bit like that Timothy Travels, but not quite like that. One thing I got myself before Christmas was a fretless bass, electric bass. It's a fretless jazz bass, Squire, second hand. It's very, very good. And it's got the instead of frets, you know, it's got they replace them. These kind of basses, I don't think they paint them very often. They just take their regular neck, you know, and then they do a run of where they insert, either wooden or plastic inserts, probably wood. And I've wanted one all my life, and I was amazed at how easy it was to play. I mean, it's easy to play out of tune as well, but it's just such fun. So yeah, I'd like to. I've got some a recording, an 8-track digital recorder somewhere, amongst all the junk in the house. But I got, and I never really got to grips with. But now with the old YouTube thing, you know, I'd like to have a go at doing that. Well, if you've stuck this far, I hope you've enjoyed just watching the view from my helmet cam and me prattling on, because I've certainly enjoyed riding. It's just great. I'll tell you what though, as ever, towards the end, I'm ready for a cup of tea. So we get in, kettle on. Ooh. Yeah, that's probably my fault, not concentrating. Oh, here we go. Well, then again, what can you do? What can you do when people pop out? I might try not to run this cyclist over. I was going there. Alright, shoulder check. That used to be a printer's. I was thinking about that the other day. I was reviewing one of my videos. So that'll probably, I mean, that's been, I think, vacant for a couple of years now, so I should think that'll probably get knocked down. I don't know if they repurpose it, but that'll be houses. So yeah, so much going on. Right, what's this guy down there? He's waiting for me. That's all right. Right, that's good. Thanks. Oh, a horse. There we go. Oh, God. Right, as well. So, yeah. Beautiful horse. Excuse me. So, it's supposed to be raining tomorrow. If it doesn't rain, I might come out again, but I probably won't film that because that'll just be boring. I'm going to go out and get some petrol. I just cannot be bothered right now. Don't need it really, because next time my ride really is going to be just across town to the garage, bike shop. Oh, I'll tell you, this is just great. There's a lot of talk about mental health, you know, and on some of these bike channels, and yeah, we've all got challenges at times, and especially after winter, it's just awful. So this is just really great for my mental health, just getting out, really good fun. It's really good. So yeah, the bikes perform flawlessly. This is just great. So until the next video, I'll love you and leave you, and see you in the next one. See ya.